Adopt the agenda.
Wait, Jonathan, can we wait one more second?
We can wait 2 seconds.
You can wait another 25 seconds. It's coming.
I sent him the agenda, I'm sure.
Soon.
What?
Neither is your kid.
No.
That's about how you need tomorrow.
He'll be in the I talked to Joan. They did the other stuff today.
And she was talking.
He's not gonna help.
Okay, now I'm going to call the meeting to order. Adoption of the agenda. Okay.
So moved.
Okay. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Public comment.
I have one.
Howard?
I want to talk about the paving. It seems that when you first came into office, I believe you went out and, or somebody went out and bought a paver from Mickey Riva. And I was always wondered why we never used it. So I called Mickey up and I talked to him and I asked him how wide it went out. He said it went out to 13 feet wide. So 2 pavements, so 2 slots would be 26 feet, and that's bigger than most of our roads. And he said the best person to talk to would be to call the town of Salisbury and talk to the road crew at the town of Salisbury. So I gave him a call, and I went up and saw him and talked to him, and they showed me the paver that they had, and it was very similar. In fact, they said they thought it was the exact same paver, or exact same model or something that you had bought from Riva. And Salisbury does all of their roads without paying a big check to a paving company. Now I know they did pay some for up around the railroad station. I think they had Metcalf come in and help them when things got really tight. But they don't grind any of their roads, and they fill the roads with the potholes, and then they put a fine coat down over it on each side, and then they pave over the road, and they do 3 to 5 miles of road a year. And it seems that they do it cheaper than we do, although I don't know all the logistics on it. But they did say that they would be paving White Hollow Road and finish paving White Hollow Road or surfacing it. And also said that if we wanted to send any of our road crew up there, or one person or as many as we wanted to, they would show them how they did their roads, and their roads would last anywhere from 7 to 10 years on how they did the paving, and they would do it in bits and pieces. They wouldn't have to do 3 miles of road or 2 miles of road. They could do 500 feet or whatever needed to be done. And so they are going to be paving in the next either 2 or 3 days, or depending, I guess Sharon right now is taking most of the asphalt from the plant, so they can't get any. But they're going to be paving as soon as they can get asphalt from the plant. And I was thinking it would be a good idea that we could send somebody from our crew up to learn how to run the paver that we bought. You paid, I think, $20,000 for it, and it hasn't moved since we bought it. And since then I've talked to some of the road crew, and Charlie had mentioned that he had run the paver when he was working for Gorman, or when Gorman was paving our roads. He was on the paver quite a bit, and he knew a lot about it. And so, you know, to send somebody like that up there to work with Salisbury when they're paving their roads, it would seem to me would be a plus for us.
Okay, thank you for your comment. Anybody else? If not, let's see, we have the minutes of many previous meetings. Yep. You want to do them all together or separately, or have you looked them over? Got any?
I reviewed all of them.
I have one correction.
Let's see. I thought I found one thing early on.
July 12th? The days?
Is that your letter?
July 12th. My comment is that William Kelsey commented that he had attended a track meeting, and at the end he went to talk and was shut off by Mr. Rand. Who is Mr. Rand?
Curtis, the Salisbury.
Oh, by
Selectman.
Curtis, okay, I was thinking Larry Rand, okay, fine, that's fine.
And on the same minutes, I have the wrong date, the retirement rate.
Oh.
I had September instead of July.
Okay. That's it for me.
I move we adopt all of them as written, or as amended, presented and amended on July 12th.
Okay. Have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have a letter from William Kelsey. You have a copy of it. Any comments?
I'm having a little trouble reading this, can you, where is Mr. Kelsey, can you read this for me? I hadn't seen it ahead, so I'm,
Use of town vehicle by town employees. I went around and asked all the town employees.
Just read the letter, Bill. Just read the letter if they ask you.
Use of town vehicle by employees. Our zoning enforcement official has to use her own vehicle. Why? That's double paying. We pay her
Okay, just
for
read,
mileage and then we have the vehicle.
wait, she would ask you to read the letter.
Why can't I?
Because public comment is over, we ask you to read the letter.
Because the first selectman wants to use the vehicle for his own personal use. If you look in his vehicle, it looks like it's for his own personal use. He has all this stuff in there, it isn't for any other town employee to use. We have a firewood list for Sharon residents. Oh, but a person from Salisbury gets a load of wood loaded by a town backhoe on the town lot. Why? Potholes. Let's get her done. Keeler Road, Cary Hill Road, Niccolo Hill, Lover's Lane. Well, Lover's Lane's been done. Lambert Road, River Road, Dawn Hill. Who supervises when they do the potholes?
Okay, finish reading?
Huh?
Okay, she asked you to read it, that's all.
is that it, Bill, is that the end of the letter?
Beg pardon?
Is that the end of what you wrote?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Is there a copy for the public to see?
We can get you a copy.
This just came in.
Yeah, I just saw it this minute,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, any comments?
Well, I go back to the motion that was made on March 26th, that the town truck should be available for town employees. And I
Okay.
really believe it should be left at the town garage, a key available here and a key available at the town garage. Would you work for any?
Anybody else want to see this?
Yeah, I'd like to see that letter.
Thank you.
And
Okay.
a town employee, because that's what the motion reads, and it was voted unanimously.
I guess the suggestion would be that if, there may not be anyone who wants to use it on a regular basis, but if you drove your own vehicle here, then if you needed to go out and the vehicle was being used, and the chance that it was, then whoever needed it would not feel that they were affecting, you know, the work schedule that you have. So I think that would be a step in the right direction. That would eliminate some of the questions about whether or not it's just your vehicle. Does that make sense, Bob?
The vehicle has been used for other purposes
Who
and it
used
can
it?
be used for other
Well,
purposes.
who's ever used it?
Ray
Anyone?
has used it to go get parts, Ray Akyar.
That probably once, right, in 2 years?
It could be, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
So my suggestion would be,
and other people have been told that it's available to them.
well, actually, I was thinking myself that it would be useful for me because I, during this road project, have gone out week after week and driven as much as 40 miles, but
Fine.
I haven't, you know.
Yep.
But to take that vehicle rather than to use mine, so that I'm abreast of what's happening on the road. So, but if you need it and you don't have another vehicle, then it's a problem, because
Fine.
I have
If
no
you
idea
wanna
what
use
your
it,
schedule is.
Just let, he will be here.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think I'd like to use it on Friday,
Okay, good.
because I have to review some of the storm damage.
Okay?
Okay, so the plan is that you will be driving it home in the future and not bringing your truck here and leaving it?
That's
so
what
that-
I'm planning on doing unless you decide.
Are you comfortable with that, John?
What?
With having Bob continue to drive the vehicle home?
I'd rather see it here. I think if Bob's not here or he's at a meeting and the zoning enforcement officer needs it, why should she feel she has to ask someone to use it when you made a motion that she's allowed
Well,
to?
she's here, if she wants to speak to that.
I'm not wanna put her on the spot. I think people feel
I've been
intimidated.
put on the spot for 2 meetings, and quite frankly, I have no interest in using the town vehicle.
All right. That doesn't help that cause, but I really think people should feel it's available if they need it.
Mhm.
And I don't think taking it home sends that message. It's nowhere in here does it say that.
So do we need to vote on it, correct? I mean, you need to make a
Well, we've already
decision.
voted on it. I mean, I think that's.
It's available for their use.
All right, so you're saying that you also would like to see, the vehicle here overnight, correct?
Or in a
Or at the
public
town garage,
place.
or at the town garage.
Yeah.
So, and when would you like that to begin?
The vehicles that are left out down there, we just had another vehicle, a big excavator damage while it was down there. You aware of that?
No.
Of that. May and Wright left an excavator there, and the kids down there broke the windshield out of it during the night. And there's no place to garage and house this right now.
Well, we could leave it here. I don't think people have had their cars vandalized, the neighbors haven't had their cars vandalized in this parking lot that I know of. Vandalism in downtown Sharon seems to be a minimum. If it became a problem, then we could deal with it, that's just my wish. I think the wrong message is sent that it's for everyone, I understand it is for everyone, I know you understand that. I think we send the wrong message.
Well, I only live a mile away from here, so it's not like it's far away, and I think it's safer where it's kept at night, and, but that's
Well,
up
what
to
if
you.
someone needed it this
Well,
weekend and you were away?
Well,
How are they gonna get it? You weren't in town.
all right, vote on it, and then,
Well, I make a motion, we leave the vehicle in an accessible spot with a key, so someone doesn't have to ask to use it.
Well, let's be real specific.
All right, at the town hall for starters.
Second,
Meg,
second.
all in favor?
Aye.
I opposed. Okay. Any other comments on Mr. Kelsey's letter?
Item number 2, backhoe at the town garage, what was that, Mr. Kelsey? I'm sorry, I just,
We have two wood piles. We have a
oh,
reserve
the
wood
wood,
pile.
the wood, okay.
We have a reserve wood pile, which is hidden, and then we have the normal wood pile, which is over by the brush pile. And so I was driving around down there and I found this pile where the wood is all cut up into blocks, and that's the wood that got removed
Removed from where, Bill?
from the town lot. It's parked, the wood was dumped over by where Waters Construction has their water truck and their vehicles parked there.
What are you calling that, a hidden?
A secret stash over there on the side.
This is the first I've heard of a secret stash.
I can't hear you.
This is the first I've heard of a secret stash.
Okay, well, then somebody observed somebody using a town backhoe at 3:30 in the afternoon loading wood on the truck.
Whose truck was that?
I'm not saying. But it just reinforces what I've been saying all along. We have a wood list. I've been on the wood list 3 years. And there's people getting wood, and we don't go by the wood list, we go by whoever happens to show up
We don't
and
really
ask for
deliver
wood, we give it to them right on the spot.
Yeah, I don't remember us delivering wood so far.
No, I'm not saying delivering wood. I'm saying loading wood. We have a policy down there from years ago. You can't go down there and cut wood or remove wood from the town lot. Once it gets to town lot, it has to stay there. You can't be taken by any resident.
I don't think that's right.
That's not true.
No, I think
No, that's
people
not
are
true.
allowed
You
to
can
get
go
on
down
their
there and cut wood anytime you want.
Well, that's what I was told by Malcolm.
No, well, we'll give you a copy of the wood policy.
Okay.
And I have told you about some wood up on Niblo Hill, and you didn't want that wood because it was ash. You
No,
wanted maple.
The hickory tree up there, I understand the hickory tree.
No, it was ash, and you said you didn't want ash, you wanted maple.
That's what I want, maple.
Yeah. So,
But see, the town of Salisbury, they call up the residents and they tell them what the species of wood is. If they don't want the wood, then their name is passed over and they go to the next person on the list. And then when they've gone through the list, and they start all over again, and they go down the list and they ask the person if they want wood. It's just a
We'll get
courtesy.
you a copy of the policy where we leave the wood on the property, if people wanna come pick it up, they can pick it up. And
But if the town crew is picking up the wood, that's what I'm talking about, and bringing it down to the town lot. The thing that I've tried to stop is that in the past, we dragged all this wood down to the town lot, and then we paid $275 an hour for a chipper and an excavator to load the chipper, and what benefit does that give me? That doesn't give me any benefit.
To my knowledge, we haven't chipped any of the good firewood. We just leave that in a separate pile, and
Yeah, but
folks
when
come
they're-
down there and cut
When
it
they're
up.
down there grinding, you're paying the guy to come there to grind, he's gotta have material, or you're paying him by the week or the day. And so, last time, it was, all the wood was ground up, there was nothing left.
Okay, he just grinds up the huge stuff that nobody wants, and the brush. That's it,
That's it.
that's it.
And you are allowed to get down there and cut it.
Yep.
Huh?
You are allowed to get down there and cut it too.
Yep.
You've always encouraged that because it saves us money.
And you won't tell who who got the wood. No. You wouldn't tell me either when you came into the town hall and you told me you caught two men sleeping in the town truck up on Clark Hill Road, and you sat there for 20 minutes.
Bob, it's not my job to go around and police the town road.
Well, you
employees,
came in to
okay?
tell me that,
Well,
so,
I
but you wouldn't
told
tell
you-
me. I asked you to
told
sign a
you-
letter,
This
and but you wouldn't do that
is
either.
off the record, but I told you that to be a little more observant of what's going on. Just to alert you of what's going on, so that you could be a little more observant and not have this
I'm
happen.
supposed to ride around and check them. Okay,
Well,
that's, all right. Anything else on this?
Potholes, I guess we'll discuss that on Friday's meeting.
Well, these potholes will get done when all our other roads get fixed, you know.
Well, the thing that really frosts me is when we fix a pothole here, and then we go up the road, and there's one on the opposite side of the road that's just as big, and we maybe patch 4 or 5 holes on the road, and we leave a huge hole this big on Cary Hill Road. It's getting bigger by the day, and we don't do anything to fix that hole. I mean, give me a break. I mean, how big's the hole have to get before we put some patch in it? And so we are, Lover's Lane, you know, that was really bad. And I went on that the other day with my tractor, and I said, geez, look at this, we patched this good. But we gotta patch the holes that are in the road now. We can't wait much longer. Because pretty soon we won't be able to get patch, and then it'll be expensive when you buy winter patch, that costs more money. But right now, it needs to be done. And the road crew I caught up on Keeler Road one day, they had a big town truck, and they had maybe a half a yard of back blacktop patch in the back of the truck, and I said, that's ridiculous. The fuel to go up there for just maybe 3 wheelbarrow fulls of blacktop in the back of the truck. Come on. We need a truckload up there on a 1-ton F-350 that we just bought, and drop the tailgate down and fill up the holes.
Okay, all set? All right. CRRK